You're probably pooing your pants right now thinking, what? This isn't a voiceover? And to that, I say,
Hey, you can shut your ass mouth, boy!
after witnessing the masterpiece that is Mastermind, I thought it would be a fun thing to do to make a review of it. Now, I'm not some sort of film critic who can point out every single flaw there is and say, wow, frame 7,846, you can clearly see Mammon isn't shirtless rubbing his belly, which is a major flaw in the storytelling. No. I'm just gonna point out the things that I liked and disliked in this episode. If this video is enjoyed by everyone, then I shall continue to make these along with the voiceovers. I kind of just like trying new random stuff. But anyway, let me actually do what the title says before this video is considered clickbait. The episode opens up with obnoxious birds slurping. And Drillfist then points out Stella is feeling an emotion other than anger for once. Stella then explains in the most racist way possible that it's because Stolas and Blitz broke up, and then brings up the fact that Stolas was letting Blitz use his school library book to go up to Earth. And Drillfist, hearing this information, responds in a very calm manner. And Drillfist then shows off his super duper cool ice powers and yells in Stella's face, so Stella politely asks him to lower his voice. And Drillfist then walks away, but before he goes off camera, he needs to remind everyone that he's attracted to his sister. We then cut to Blitz's office and see some new random people that will never show up after this episode. Turns out, these guys want to be interns for some random reason. Not sure why they would choose an assassination business to intern at. They don't exactly look like murderers, but hey, you do you. Blitz tells them he knows what an intern is before quickly proving that he in fact does not. Then Moxie comes in without knocking to point out that they're being swatted. All of a sudden, someone from outside starts screaming, claiming they're surrounded. I find it funny that Moxie came in to tell Blitz about the police and the yelling outside happened before the portal even opened up. So like, how did Moxie even know about it? Anyway, a bunch of cult members come out and show off the crew's school year photos. Blitz then goes to delete search history faster than me when someone tries to see my phone, and tries to make a run for it. But due to Blitz's less than poor driving skills, they get caught. Blitz is then brought into court, where we get to meet Big Daddy Satan, who then tells Blitz to explain himself. And as Blitz is terribly defending himself, and Drillfist rudely interrupts him to remind everyone in the room that this dude has a not-so-secret fetish for his sister. He also tries to accuse Blitz of forcing himself onto Stolich, which like, what? You guys constantly talk about how weak imps are, and who in their right mind would believe this statement? Blitz then yells out, attempting to defend himself, but is quickly shut up. And Drillfist then knocks him over in the funniest way possible. Moxie decides to open his big mouth and immediately gets shut down. Satan has this like random floating dude around him at all times to, I guess, remind Satan that bro needs to chill out for once in his life. And Drillfist continues to spat a bunch of nonsense before the man, the myth, the legend, Visago, speaks up. Visago brings up an amazing point that Stolas, who is the main topic, isn't even in the courtroom. And Drillfist then has the nerve to disrespect my boy Visago and claims that Blitz attempted to have Stolas assassinated. Then my man Straka shows up, literally out of nowhere, just to casually lie and then disappear. Blitz decides it's a great idea to announce that he would have killed Stolas himself instead of hiring an assassin. My goodness, this guy sucks at this. Beelzebub, with her new and amazing outfit, then somehow defends him after hearing that. Then Mammon continues to prove that he's the best of the sins, while also hitting on Leviathan. Democracy then decides whether or not Blitz gets to speak, and after a really close vote, they decide he doesn't. And Drillfist starts being racist again while also showing off more of his fetishes at the same time. Blitz is then sentenced to death, but before that, Mammon shows off his amazing techniques for picking up girls. As everyone and their mother is about to witness his death, Fist texts Asmodeus to try and make him stop the execution, to which Asmodeus decides to do absolutely nothing. Luckily, Stolas was flipping through every single channel in existence and sees Blitz about to die, and immediately goes to help. Blitz gives out his final words, which were basically just telling Moxie to shut up and also take care of Luna. But like, isn't Luna an adult? I could be wrong here, but whatever. As soon as Blitz is about to get his head chopped off, Stolas leaps into action and saves him in the last moment, while also making him get a whiff of his booty. Stolas then randomly decides to start singing like a Disney princess, and goes around whispering in everyone's ears like a creep. Saiyan wants to be part of the cool kids club, so he starts singing too. And everyone else just randomly decides to start singing as well. Imagine being Visago here, and everyone around you just starts going, ooh! I'd be so weirded out. Saiyan then basically just says that he's in charge of everything, which like, no. Viv made a tweet explaining that this dude isn't actually in charge, and it's just because Lucifer isn't around. She also says in the tweet that Asmodeus and Beelzebub know he's full of it. But like, why are they agreeing with him in the song? We're reminded that we'll never see Lucifer show up in the show, and then Satan chains Stolas down and lets Blitz go. Blitz attempts to break back in, but fails to punch the door down due to his twig arms. Maybe he should take some lessons from Satan. Stolas then bends down, getting ready to be executed on the spot. Octavius, seeing this, tries to run and go out to save him, but Stella shows up pretending to care. Satan then looks at Stolas like he's an absolute moron and tells him to get back up, while Satan tries to think of a punishment. And Drillfish jumps in and gives a nice recommendation that he should instead have all of Stolas' stuff. Probably hoping that includes his wife. Satan's fine with this, and as soon as Andrilphus becomes a stripper, his mood's ruined after hearing it's only for 100 years. All of Stolas' powers have been taken away, and he's now super weak and stuff. With that, the trial's finished, and Mammon stuffs his face.
Hey, it's fucking lunchtime!
Stolas is then kicked out and is taken home with Blitz and Luna. Blitz then gives Stolas a nice bath, and then walks out looking like a ray of sunshine. Stolas is tucked in, and Blitz sees this as a good opportunity to talk with him, but Stolas falls asleep immediately because that is just the most comfy couch he has ever been on. Blitz then kisses the sleeping owl and then goes to sit on a beanbag. The episode ends with a bunch of fireworks blinding anyone who's trying to sleep. Now to move on to what I thought of the episode. I had never been this hyped for an episode's release before it came out, and I had high hopes for this one. I knew this episode was supposed to progress the story a lot more, and it did not disappoint. It did everything I wanted it to, and I'm so happy for that. I also think this episode was visually the best one. The whole time I was watching the courtroom scene, I couldn't stop drooling from the visuals. Viv apparently said that this is her favorite episode, and I can easily see why. The song was also amazing, and I couldn't help but start breakdancing during it. But not everything in this episode was perfect. I'm a little upset that Visago didn't get to do more in this episode because he's a character I really wanted to see more of. And even though I didn't expect it, I am still sad Lucifer didn't show up. I really wanted to see Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel cross over, but odds are that's not going to happen anytime soon. Overall, I thought this episode was amazing and might even be my favorite one. If you guys want me to do more reviews, then you gotta prove it by showing me a bunch of love. And of course, let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments. That's pretty much it. See ya, nerds.